Hello, water signs. How are you all doing? This is your reading for the first 2 weeks of August. We're going to take a look into the cards, see if we can't get you some insight, some guidance, some messages for what could be going on, or maybe it's what's been going on. As you know, energy flows and is like timeless and borderless, and this message could apply to you right now, in your past, or upcoming future. So, water signs, a couple messages have already come in, but before I get into those, I just want to let you know that this is a general reading, so the messages can only apply to some of you, not all of you. Also, just take what applies and discard the rest. Please don't ever give your reading, your power away to a reading. You always have free will to change the course of anything at any given time, which is a beautiful, beautiful law that we have. Earth signs, I just did earth signs. Water signs, this is for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So if you have a water sign in any of those placements, this reading could be for you. And I want to say thank you to all of you who've been supporting my channel, my work. If you really resonate with this video and you want to support my work, one of the easiest ways is just simply liking the video or sharing, commenting, all that stuff. It really helps me. And for those of you who've donated to my channel, thank you so much. I appreciate the donations so much. It's a huge blessing to me, and I'm deeply grateful. And to those of you who've booked personal readings, I am enjoying meeting you guys. This is just so fun. Like to break past the barrier of the wall and actually meet you over video. It's kind of fun. So water signs, some of the stuff that's kind of come through already is, and I'm just going to say this now because I don't know if this is, I think this is a message for someone specifically. I heard the word reminder, and I heard the word allopathic. And what was kind of coming in for me was a sense that one of you out there, or a very small group of you, may be dealing with a health issue right now. And you're either like really kind of tried to go the more homeopathic, natural way. And the message, if that's what you've been doing, then the message is that you may want to actually see a Western medicine doctor, an allopathic doctor. But if on the flip side, if you have been seeing an allopathic doctor, but you've been contemplating really wanting to explore more natural ways of healing, then that message might be for you to do that. I'm not getting a clear-cut way of which way this is going, so I'm just kind of going to throw it out there, and whoever is hearing this and it's for you, you're going to know what you're supposed to do. But it's kind of like this idea of reminders coming up is just that reminders, like you may be going through some health things and things are kind of popping up for you not to ignore. They don't want you to ignore these reminders and to take action right now. So that's for someone out there. Water signs, we're going to jump into your reading and find out what's in store for the water signs for the first 2 weeks of August. All right, so we're going to put this right there. We're going to take a look, water signs, and find out through my sacred geometry deck here. Just give it one shuffle, an extra shuffle. Okay, what overlying frequency do you want to bring into water signs awareness for the first 2 weeks of August? What is most important for them to know? Most helpful? Woo, I love it. Water signs. You've got the divine masculine coming out. 22, beautiful master number here. The frequency of the divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. Ooh, so this is all about, so this frequency is telling me for you water signs right now, kind of one of the overall messages or energies of this reading is that it's time to take action. It's time to be more in the your present moment as opposed to reflective, intuitive. Not that that's not important, but you may have been there for a while, and it's time to bring all of that now into overdrive is what I just heard. Like it's time to put action to it. It's time to like really put your foot on the pedal and start driving the vehicle is what I'm getting. So let's go into my fairy oracle here and find out what other messages are going along here for Oh my goodness. These two just flew out together, so we're going to take them. You have Friends and Guacha. Friends and Guacha. So, with the Friends card here, I love this. This, to me, this card is so fun. But again, I'm so drawn to this guy's tail, this blue tail on fire. And I'm getting a sense, especially with it being the divine masculine, the blue here, the blue is more of the masculine color when it comes to energy and frequency, that there's this energy here for you water signs about putting a little light a little fire under your ass, okay? Like really kind of get things going. And you may be receiving help from other people. When this Friends card comes up, it talks about not doing it alone. It talks about being able to allow others to lift you up as well, give you a helping hand to support you in whatever you're doing. Then we also have Guacha here, okay. Before I'm going to go into the book for this one, but oh my gosh, okay. So this actually happened in the Earth Signs video. You guys, I'm going to say you may need to be watching the Earth Signs video just in the sense of what's coming up right now. This number is 46 and this number is 64. I don't know if you can see the 64 on this card right there. But so you have, they're both 10s. This is about completing cycles. But more so than anything with this it's about mirroring, okay? I always see this as mirroring, reflection, what's going on. So when I take a look at, let's go into the book here with Guacha, because I'm getting a sense that there might be a surprise coming up here for you guys. There might be a surprise that could throw you for a little loop. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. Sudden shock, unexpected events, rude awakenings. Let me just sing. Okay, so interesting. The first lesson of this card is to really like trust your intuition, to really listen to it and trust it. It's about learning to roll with the punches here. Okay. Okay. So one of the messages for you guys, water signs, especially with the divine masculine card coming up here, is that don't let things suddenly throw you off your path. Don't let them derail you. Learn to roll with the punches. You're going to want to be very fluid. So this is interesting. You want to be fluid, which is very feminine energy, but fluid in how you handle this incoming. There might be a sudden event, and it's interesting because I did see the Tower card in your pre-shuffle. There may be something, and when I say the Tower, don't take that as like some horrible thing that might be coming in. I mean, it could have a perception of something that's bad, but it could be something that's actually really good, removing an obstacle or something. But there's some water signs, there could be something coming up here for you in the first 2 weeks of August that's gonna like throw you off your game a little bit. It's gonna kind of feel like the rug's been ripped out from underneath you. But what they're saying is be prepared for it. So the reason why is be prepared for it, so that if the rug is ripped out from underneath you, you're gonna somersault with it and come back standing on your feet. Like you're really like able to kind of like, they're just showing me like these what do you call it? Like it's like warriors of the East, like old East Asian like warriors, like really just kind of like moving, or like they're kind of showing me like that Matrix kind of thing, like in the Matrix when you know Neo is just like dodging the bullets, and it's just like all like I just feel like you guys are going to want to really hone in on that kind of ability to be very perceptive of what's going on around you so that when it's happening, you're ready for it. Okay. So just that's kind of what's really coming up for me with you guys. So let's go into the tarot and find out what messages we have for water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for the first 2 weeks of August. What do you want to let them know? Yeah, with this Guacha card too, I'm also getting a sense to tell you guys, like, don't be afraid of whatever's coming your way. Like, don't be like, I can't watch it, can't look at this, you know, like it's, no, you can't have that. You can't have that reaction. Like, you really got to be in your warrior power here, in your divine masculine power of being able to like stand your ground, have your courage, and be able to take action at the ready, like be at the ready. Okay. For water signs, way too many cards. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. Woo! We're starting off strong here, water signs. Okay, the first card that we have is the Seven of Cups in reverse, followed by the Devil, okay, followed by the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, this is again talking to this idea of you need to listen to your intuition here. It's really important. Some of you aren't listening to that intuitive part of you to maybe... Okay, so when I talked about how the masculine energy is overriding this, and it's more about you taking action and not so much about your intuition, it's not that you shouldn't be listening to your intuition. It's more of what I'm getting a sense of, you're going to actually be getting intuitive hits to take action, but you might be so scared that you won't. And it's like, make sure you take the action is really what's kind of coming forth. Now with the Seven of Cups here in reverse, this talks about, you know, the Seven of Cups is the cups of illusion. It's having a lot of choices, maybe not knowing which one is to take, maybe being overwhelmed with all the different choices you have, but it's in reverse. And I'm getting a sense that you guys know what you're supposed to do. Okay. I'm really getting a sense that you know what you're supposed to do. You actually have clarity on what you need to do. But there's some form of obsession here happening on your end. Like you're okay, this is really interesting. This is a really interesting reading. So you're obsessing over things in your mind that I think what I'm kind of picking up here is of like all the things that could go wrong. And you really want to not allow that to happen, because and what's happening is it's turning off your intuition here. Like it's kind of blocking it. You're not hearing the guidance that's coming through for you, whether it's from your higher self, your guides, whatever it is. You're just not listening to it, or you can't hear it because you're too focused on all the things that could go wrong. So that may be something that's kind of been kind of coming up for you in the past, as you move forward with this new energy of taking action and having like a fire lit up under you. So this, I'm getting a sense this actually might be some more past energy for you water signs, and it's just kind of coming up right now to be aware of it. Don't let it derail you. Don't let it stop you from making leaps forward. What other messages do we have here for water signs? Okay. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse and the Hangman in reverse. Okay, so this is a really clear message here. So again, this is talking about it's starting something new here, starting something, a new cycle of abundance, or starting a new venture that is going to be quite prosperous for you. But being in reverse, feeling like it was blocked for you. And the reason is, and with the hanging man coming out in reverse, what I'm getting is that you're coming out of that stagnation. You're coming out again, like this hangman in reverse is all about like, you've gained whatever perspective you've needed to gain. You've seen things in a new way. You've stopped and reflected, and now you're ready to actually come out of that and take action on it. And so I think you were having to reflect on why there was such a block around this new cycle starting for you. Again, I feel like it was your own head. Like I feel like you were obsessing over all the things that could go wrong. And instead of like actually just taking action and being ready to just kind of roll with the punches, everything's not going to be perfect. Everything's not going to be exactly the way you may want it to be. There's always going to be road bumps and speed bumps and little detours along the way. It's how you maneuver them in the moment and just being ready to be like being on your toes. You know, like they keep showing me like fighters, like these two guys in a boxing ring, and just like really being on and the importance of never being on your heels, like always being on your toes. And I'm feeling like it's really important for some of you to hear right now. It's like be on your toes, be aware right now, because I'm getting a sense that whether opportunities are coming in or it's just time to take action, there's no more like resting around this right now. And I think in August we'll be out of the Mercury retrograde, I believe. Maybe a little bit of its shadow still there, but it's a really good time to finally like take action on things. Whatever really kind of came through for you on the eclipse. Okay, we have the Justice in reverse just came out. I don't know why it's not showing. There we go. Okay. Okay, some of you are dealing with this idea or belief that things eventually just don't work out for you. Like they may seem like they start tipped in your favor, but eventually it just all goes awry. It doesn't end up working out. And I'm getting a sense more, especially with it falling under the Seven of Cups, which is the Cups of Illusion, to really pay attention to like if you hold that belief, just know that that is all it is a belief. And if you buy into it over and over, you continue to give it energy and fuel it into creating, being part of your creating process, which you don't want to do. You're also getting a sense that things just aren't fair. Like it's just never fair. It never works out for you. And I'm getting a sense that that's kind of playing into this devil energy here. So be mindful of that as you move forward, because you don't want to bring that into your creation process. Beautiful. Okay, so then we have Temperance here. So the Temperance is, so for many of you, you're going through a huge alchemical process of self, okay, within your own energies. And, this is your opposite element here. Well, you have water and you have fire. And this really speaks to you guys, water signs, in a sense of, really taking the that deep intuitive knowing that you guys have, that ability that you have to really tap into emotions, to tap into that deeper knowing of things, and really allowing it to then give birth to this fire that's coming through you, this fire to really make shit happen. Like that's really like you're in this, like, let's make it happen here. Like I'm ready to make it happen. Like I just saw someone like going like this with their fingers, like feeling like, oh yes, I'm ready to create. I'm ready to do this. Just keep in mind that, have patience with your process. Have patience with your process, and sometimes when you feel the need to like get things done, you feel like you have to like go from the start line to the finish line all in one fell swoop. And don't overwhelm yourself like that, because that's something that could block this new start of the cycle. You just take it in chunks, take it in digestible chunks. Before you know it, like your plate's almost clean. You've eaten everything that you need to eat for dinner. And dessert is on its way. Like you get to finally eat your dessert, when you're a kid and your mom's like, eat the peas. So I don't know why they just showed me that. But anyways, that's kind of like what's coming through. So just take everything in digestible chunks. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so we have this Two of Cups energy that's come forth now. So this is just talking about the marriage of it all coming together. Like this, I feeling like things are wedding for you. Some of you might be getting proposed to, actually, is what I'm getting a sense of. Like this sudden event might be like a proposal, like that's actually not something you were expecting. It also could just be a proposal of like a project or a business opportunity, a new job. For those of you who this is health related, it could be that proposal of trying a new way of venturing into creating your health for yourself. Like someone may offer you a new idea. But more than anything, I'm just getting the sense that it's all kind of coming together. It's all kind of coming together for you. And also, like, I'm reminded here with this Two of Cups, because it's bringing me up to like the 22 up here, and then the mirroring here, and you see like these two, and I just feel like this is just a mirroring. You're really able to when you can reach this point where you're kind of taking this fiery action, you're finally reaching a point where you're mirroring your feminine and masculine energy so beautifully. Like you're looking at one another. And I talk about this like from an energetic perspective of your feminine side and your masculine side, looking at one another and really being in harmony with one another, really liking what you see. Like really, it's this idea of looking in the mirror and really liking who's staring back at you now. I'm getting a sense that some of you are just really, you've put in a lot of effort into something. You've allowed like this kind of energy of like thinking how things could go wrong, but in the past, like I really feel like that's more past energy. But you're now in this place where you're kind of starting to recognize your achievements and where you're at, and you're really starting to like who you're becoming. You're really liking who you're stepping out as. Yeah. And as I'm saying that, we get this beautiful Empress card. Yeah. You guys you're just feeling yourself, like you're totally catching feels for yourself while you look in the mirror. Like you're just seeing your Empress goddess self, and this applies to all you men out there as well. Like it's just this, I'm getting the sense that you're ready to take the keys you've been holding and like put them into the lock and turn it and open the door you've been waiting to open for a really long time. Water signs is what I'm really getting. And it's because you're really, really catching feels for yourself in a really good way, like in a really positive, loving, spiritual way. Okay, one last message for my water signs. One last message. Here we go. Oh, yes. Woo. Okay, water signs, loving this reading. You have the Star. And first, right out of the bat is what I'm feeling like. You guys are the Star. Like you are just really willing to step out into the spotlight right now. You're willing to finally make your wish come true, and you're actually seeing your wish come true. Like a really big wish, something that you've been wishing for a really long time. And I also get the sense for those of you who have needed the healing, like the healing has already occurred now or is coming to completion. Yeah, so just water signs, be aware that there may be some sudden changes coming, like things that really kind of throw you for a loop that you never expected. And how you handle those situations is going to be super dependent on you being on your toes and ready to like roll with the punches, ready to dodge, like ready to duck, like just you're ready, you're on your game, you're ready to take action, you're ready to support yourself, you're willing to like really just put into form, physical form, what you've been wishing for so long, and it's been kind of like hanging out in the ethers, and now you're like, no, like this is happening now. So water signs, this is my reading for you. If you need your own personal reading, all that information is in the description below. I love you, my water signs. It looks like a fabulous first 2 weeks of August for you. Just heed the warning of this surprise or anything like that may be coming up, and also heed the warning of just constantly thinking like it's not going to work out for you, or thinking of all the things that can go wrong. Don't let that steer you off course, and don't let that kind of bring you down. Okay? I love you, water signs. Have a wonderful day.